start re-recording.
Oh no,
All right,
he's gonna call on us.
Yeah, we are back, guys. Again, I apologize. Technical difficulties with a cat. So we are now back and talking about the dialect and
Marnie, make somebody co-host.
okay, here. I will make, who wants to be? I'll give Christine co-host just in case. There you go. All right. So now we got help, guys. Again, I apologize. So sorry. So the language and dialect, English is a language spoken. Many will modify their accents. When Scotland became a united nation in the 11th century, the predominant language was not English, but Gaelic. Gaelic, how do you say it?
Dialect.
Dialect. And the
Gaelic.
Gaelic.
My granddaddy always called it dialect.
Okay, Gaelic and then what's Celtic?
Celtic, you're all right. Celtic.
It is Celtic language, and
Yep.
of the invaders from Ireland who had first settled in Scotland in the 6th century and is still spoken in the Western Isles today. However, the people of Lothian spoke a form of Old English rather than the Gaelic, and over the centuries this evolved, first into Scots and then eventually into the English that you will hear spoken throughout modern day Scotland. As your clients travel around the west of Scotland, they will see road signs in Gaelic with the English translation below. I think we already read part of this, sorry. Often they will see the phrase, okay, who wants to read that? Suid Mile.
I'd love to read it, but I can't find when you're at, baby.
What's that? Just
Cade
that-
Milfalti.
what is it?
Cade Milfalti.
Cade Milfalti, thank you. As they enter town or city, this is Gaelic for 100,000 welcomes. So they're very friendly there. All right, and then we have the music there. Scottish folk music has its roots in ancient Gaelic tradition. Many of the songs were designed to set the rhythm for certain tasks, such as tweed making, harvesting, spinning, and churning, as well as lullabies, love songs, and laments. For centuries, communities scattered in remote areas in the Highlands held informal gatherings called Cayley, meaning social gatherings. See, I like when they give me the pronunciations there. All right, which often included storytelling and singing. Today, Cayley usually means a dance with traditional Scottish music and country dancing, which can be great fun for the visitors. All right. How about their heritage? Literature. Scotland has a long established literary tradition. Some of the key figures are Sir Walter Scott, the Waverley novels, Robert Louis Stevenson, Kidnapped, Sir Arthur Conan Doyle, Sherlock Holmes, and J.M. Barrie, Peter Pan, not to mention Scotland's celebrated poet and bard, Robert Burns. Scotland has also inspired some more contemporary novels such as J.K. Rowling's Harry Potter, Diana Gabaldon's Outlander series, and Ian Rankin's many works of crime fiction. Did you guys watch Outlander? That was pretty cool.
The
All
movie,
right.
the movie Braveheart was filmed there, and they didn't even mention that.
Oh no. Well, see, you better tell them.
That's why my client's going.
Okay, cool. All right, film, the stunning, maybe they'll be here with film. That was literature. So maybe film, no, yeah, Braveheart's right there. Yep. The stunning, unspoilt Scottish landscape has made it a popular location for filmmakers. Most famous films shot in Scotland include Chariots of Fire, Highlander, Braveheart, Harry Potter, The Da Vinci Code, and Skyfall. While Scotland's landscapes provided the creative inspiration for the Disney Pixar Academy Award-winning Brave, many tour operators now offer itineraries based on Scotland's film locations. Check these out on the main site. So there you go, Joanne. Make sure you pull up that. All right, how about the culture? Scotland is also filled with contemporary cultural experiences. We have world-class opera, theater, and ballet, as well as renowned collections of art and artifacts in our famous galleries and museums. There are impressive permanent displays, exciting temporary exhibitions to be found throughout the country, incorporating both local talent and world-renowned artists. The largest international arts festival in the world, the Edinburgh Festival Fringe, is held in the Scottish capital, alongside the Edinburgh International Festival during the month of August every year, showcasing the best established and new acts in music, comedy, dance, film, and more. The focus years. Scottish government has now developed a strategy to sustain the momentum from Homecoming Scotland 2009 and to build on that year in the run up to another year where Scotland will welcome the world in 2014. Then of course, okay, yeah, here you go. I think I have the link still here. There you go. The focus years become the feature in our touring campaigns and wider marketing program, from consumer advertising to our e-coms, websites, and PR program. Active Scotland in 2011, a year-long program of events, festival, and activities will outline Scotland as a must-visit active and adventure destination and showcase the best of Scotland to the world. 2012, Creative Scotland. Okay, these are some old ones, so we got to get updated ones. But anyway, this year focused on Scotland's culture, creativity, highlighting a wealth of experiences for your clients. Also, a year-round calendar of festivals and events have ensured there was something for everyone. Natural Scotland in 2013, the focus is on Scotland's natural heritage and reputation as a land of natural beauty. And then Scotland welcomes the world. This will be a special year for Scotland. The Ryder Cup will be coming back to Glen Eagles. Glasgow will host the Commonwealth Games, and we will see the 700th anniversary of the Battle of Bannockburn. See the main site for more information. All right, so bite-sized Scotland, the Highlands and Islands. The main characteristics of this area are mountain scenery, open spaces, small villages, lochs, and islands. The Highlands stretch north and west from line drawn between Stonehaven, a small town near Aberdeen, across to the Firth of Clyde, the estuary of the River Clyde. This line is in fact the Highland boundary fault line, a geographic feature which marks the line on the landscape between the flat lowlands and the hilly highlands of Scotland. Scotland has about 790 islands, but many of them are very small and only 10% of them are inhabited. Each island or group of islands is different from each other in character and landscape. Takes extra care with timing because an island may look as though it will take just half an hour to explore, but this is misleading as the roads can be quite narrow and twisting. The Western Isles, Lewis, Harris, and Uist and Barra, are situated off the west coast of Scotland. 4 of the largest islands that are closest to the mainland are Skye, Mull, Islay, and Aran. And then the Shetland and Orkney Islands are to the north of the Scottish mainland. Then you have central Scotland. Central belt of Scotland is where most of the population lives. Where? Central part, okay? Geographically, this is a flat area south of the Highlands and north of the more hilly southern uplands. Locate Edinburgh, Glasgow, Perth, Dundee, Stirling, and St. Andrews, the main cities and towns in this area. Then you have south of Scotland, the geographical border, no passports required with England. The border runs from Berwick upon Tweed on the English side on the east coast, then goes south and west to the Solway Firth in the west. The south of Scotland area runs from the border with England to the central belt. This border country is a mixture of moorlands, rolling hills, villages, and farms. Main towns include Dunbar, Kelso, Peebles, Dumfries, Stanrower, and Ayr. I hope that's right. Scottish landscape is an amazing blend of subtle colors and is one of the main reasons people from all over the world come to Scotland again and again. When overseas visitors were asked what most attracted them to Scotland, top 3 reasons were given: history and culture, scenery, and the friendliness of local people. Whether your clients seek historic ruins, spectacular landscapes, and open spaces to escape the stresses of everyday life, or simply someone to chat to over a pint in the local pub, Scotland has it all. What's more, Scotland has one of the highest rates of return visitors in all of Europe. Keep your clients coming back again and again and again. Lochs and mountains. Scotland has a great variety of coastline, rivers, and lochs, lakes, including both sea and inland. Leisure activities range from fishing to water sports to cruising and simply enjoying the view. So the Loch Ness Monster is a lake monster. Did you know that? I did. Okay, the largest stretch of fresh water is Loch Lomond. The loch with the biggest volume of fresh water is Loch Ness. There you go. 3 lochs, Loch Ness, Loch Lochy, and Loch Wake. Joined together by the Caledonian Canal, form a continuous waterway which runs from Inverness to Fort William, a distance of 79 miles. Your client can take a fantastic cruise along the canal with one of the many companies who offer this service. Okay, next. For fishermen, Scotland's rivers also offer a great opportunity for catching salmon and wild brown trout. The Tweed, Tay, Spey, and Dee rivers are the best known. The highest mountain in Britain and in Scotland is Ben Nevis near Fort William. The Grampian Mountains, which include Ben Nevis, are located across the Northwest Highlands. These also include the Cairngorms, near Inverness. Again, guys, I apologize for my pronunciation. Please forgive me. Okay, other mountain ranges include the Torridon Range, located in Western Ross, the Southern Uplands to the south of the Central Belt, the Ochil Hills north of Stirling, and the beautiful Cuillin Hills of Skye. Scotland also has 5 ski centers which offer a range of winter sports. The climate there, your impression of Scotland may be that it rains a lot, but did you know that Edinburgh has a lower annual rainfall than Rome? The east tends to be cool and dry, and the west milder with a little more rain. Scotland tends to have mild winters and summers where the temperatures never rise too high. One major benefit of the Scottish climate is the continual supply of fresh water and its contribution to the hydroelectric industry, an extremely environmental friendly form of energy. You can perhaps understand why Scots love to talk about the weather. With Scotland's longer summer daylight hours, the midsummer sun sets at 22:34 hours. Your clients will have plenty of time to fit in all their excursions. In fact, many golf courses remain open during the summer until 21:30 and beyond. Wow. So why not enjoy a game of twilight golf? The sunniest months are May to September. These are excellent times to visit the country. Summer temperatures are usually about 65 Fahrenheit and 75, pleasant temperatures for sightseeing. Scotland is surrounded on all 3 sides by the sea. A warm sea current, the Gulf Stream, comes from the Caribbean across the Atlantic. This means that Scotland has a temperate climate with few winter days falling below 35 Fahrenheit. All right, next. Gardens and wildlife. Scotland's mild weather means that there are some beautiful gardens to visit. Scottish spring comes in mid-late April. Gardens are at their best from June onwards. Some gardens are at their best early in the summer, while others reach their peak in August. And the woodland gardens look beautiful in autumn. The National Trust for Scotland owns many fine gardens which are open every day throughout the season. Others are privately owned and are only open on certain days. Special garden tour itineraries are now also available from the main site. Your clients will be amazed at the variety of plants and flowers that grow in Scotland's temperate climate, including palm trees, rhododendrons, orchids, and Himalayan poppies. There are 4 main botanic gardens in Scotland, including the Royal Botanic Gardens, Edinburgh, Benmore Botanic Gardens, Argyll, Dowrick Botanic Gardens, Peeblesshire, and Logan Botanic Gardens, Wigtonshire. All right, a fast fact. Edinburgh's Royal Botanic Gardens are twinned with Lejeune Botanic Garden and Research Station in Kunming, Yunnan Province. Okay, got that? Yeah. All right, the gardens at Falkland Palace and Edzell, for example, have been established since the 16th century. There are formal Italian-style gardens such as Drummond Castle in Perthshire and wild woodland gardens like Younger Botanic Gardens near Dunnan. Some gardens have large collections of rhododendrons, such as Arduane in Argyll. Why not contact your local horticultural society and organize a special garden tour of Scotland? If your clients come to Scotland in August, they'll see hillsides colored purple by the flowers of the heather. There are many different heathers with flowers ranging in color from white through to pink and purple. Okay, beautiful, beautiful. All right, next page. All right, and then you will probably have spotted just how many of the castles in Scotland have gardens. And this means that you can put together a tour which includes both a castle and garden tour. Could include the Paxton House, small garden but extensive walks through the woods. Kildrummy Castle, ruins, shrubs, and water garden. Edzell, medieval tower house and formal garden. Falkland Palace, royal hunting lodge with extensive herbaceous borders. Dunrobin, magnificent castle, formal gardens, and woodland. The main site carries a range of themed itineraries, including castles and gardens, which you can adapt to your client's wishes. Scotland's first national park is located in the Loch Lomond Trossachs area and encompasses around 720 miles of some of the finest scenery in Scotland. And then you have, for such small country, few places in the world can offer such a rich and diverse natural environment. Clients may be fortunate enough to observe all manner of creatures from red squirrels, pine martens, and red deer, golden eagles, wintering geese, and puffin colonies. I'd love to see them. Dolphins, otters, and seals. All of this is set in a colorful backdrop of rugged mountains, moorlands, ancient Caledonian pine forests, and thousands of miles of wonderful coastline. The main site offers advice on wildlife itineraries, or why not contact a specialist wildlife tour operator. All right, and then traditional in the industry, traditional and contemporary. Tourism is one of Scotland's largest industries, currently injecting 2.5 billion annually into the economy. The USA is Scotland's largest overseas market, which provides 236 million of revenue annually. Germany is Scotland's largest European market, and China and India are Scotland's largest Asian markets. So you see here, fast facts, Scotland, top 5 overseas markets, number of trips. USA, 275,000, Germany, 253,000, France, 196, Australia, 147, and then Canada is at 98. So farming, from the rich plowed fields of the northeast to the lush green hills of the borders, dotted with sheep, dairy, and beef cattle, and also colorful crops. Visitors may also be lucky enough to see the Highland cattle, our striking native breed. Fishing, while this industry has declined, it is still an important part of the Scottish economy, and many coastal towns and villages depend on it for their income. And then whiskey accounts for 4.3 billion in sales, with the US importing around 819 million. It would be fair to say that Scotch whiskey is a tipple enjoyed worldwide in a number of ways, straight up on the rocks or even in whiskey cocktail. There are distilleries throughout Scotland open for tours and tasting, and many also have visitor centers. Helpful hint, why not contact your local whiskey society, arrange a group tour to visit Scotland, Highland Island, Speyside, or lowland whiskey distilleries. Okay, a good way again to promote your business, guys. And then contemporary oil, first discovered in the North Sea off the east coast of Scotland in the 1970s, and since then has become a valuable industry for the whole of Scotland. Electronic manufacture, an important industry in Scotland, and has attracted many international companies. And seminar overview. Now you have learned the basics. Here's some websites will help you provide further info. Visit Scotland, information on travel to and around. Here's information, fantastic walking and hiking opportunities. Again, you may want to save this page, print out the PDF file. Information about wildlife to see Scotland and the best time to see the species. Information about ski centers and local accommodations. Information about outdoor activities available in Scotland, the best fishing opportunities, and then the Scottish tourism industry. Now it's time to test your knowledge, okay? Everybody ready to take the test? You want to make sure everybody's ready. So what you do is you go here, start the seminar quiz. So I want to make sure everybody's here. Again, we don't leave anybody behind.
Where do we find that, please?
When on the last page that I just read, it's over on the left in the square. It says your quiz, and you just click on that. So if I click cancel right here, your quiz score.
I'm looking at the PDF. That's not helping.
Okay, yeah, you have, if you're doing the PDF, you have to go back to the program. So you go back to the home program, course menu, and we're on seminar 1. And then at the very bottom, it says your quiz, and we start.
Okay, hang on. I'm looking for that. I'm sorry.
No worries. Again, we make sure everybody's here with us. We don't want to leave anyone behind. So take your time, guys.
Marnie, while you were gone, Sean said he's been there for 3 weeks.
Oh, cool. All right. So give us some pointers, Sean.
I don't know. It's a beautiful country. There's really good hotels and B&Bs and VRBOs all over. And the Fringe Fest in August that they were talking about is incredible. It's awesome in Edinburgh. But yeah, it's a I don't know about any tips. It was a self-planned trip, and it was a lot of fun. A lot of history there. A lot of good place for history buffs.
Sean,
Now,
did you go to Fort William area where Braveheart was filmed in Highlander?
I did, but just briefly on a tour bus. I spent most of my time in Glasgow. It's got the most haunted cemetery in the world, the most haunted hotel, and the most haunted church.
I
Okay,
want information on that. Sorry.
One more quick question. Did you go to a castle? Because my clients want to stay in a castle. They don't care where.
There's lots of castles available.
Like reasonably priced or outlandish?
I think it's all over the map. When I was looking recently, they have like luxury castles where you'd be paying $1,200 a night, but then they also have just castles that are B&Bs that are pretty well priced, like 50 pounds, which is like, I think $60.
Okay.
So Sean, did you book it on your own? Are you getting commission?
Well, this was years ago that I went.
Oh, okay.
But I
Got
will
it.
be going back. They're
Got
not
it.
kidding. Once you
Okay.
go, you want to go back.
Got it. Okay. Yeah, send me information on the haunted ones because I like spooky stuff. So.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, everybody good? Are we ready? All right. It looks like Natalie's already got the answers for us. So again, we want to make sure everybody is here. Start the quiz.
Is it on the bottom? Is it on the bottom left-hand side?
Yeah, where it says your quiz, start seminar quiz.
Yeah, it's not doing anything for me. I keep clicking, it's just sitting there.
Make sure you don't have your pop-ups blocked because it pops up on a different window. As you see here, it pops up on a separate window for me. Anybody else having issues?
Yes, ma'am. But I'll wait until you're done with the class that way.
All right, just, again, I would write down the answers. As you see here, Natalie's in there posting the answers for us. So again, thank you, Natalie.
And Marty, they can go into your video right at about 50 minutes and go straight to the quiz too.
Okay, thank you.
if they're
All
having
right.
trouble.
So again, guys, what we were reading, stop. All you do is go right down here to the bottom, start seminar quiz. It'll pop up on a separate window for you, okay? Stop. So watch that. All right, So again, take a picture. You have to make sure you went through the whole course before you can take the quiz. Okay, so again, just arrow through, make sure you've gone through each. So if you were on the PDF, you may not have arrowed through on the website. So as Cassie said, just go back through. And again, very easy. You just have to click, 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 click here, and just keep hitting next, next, next. And then it should allow you to open up. Okay.
Okay.
All
Okay.
right.
Thank
Again,
you.
don't worry. We will make sure you all pass. So we're going to start the quiz now. What is the population of Scotland? 5 million we have. Okay. Correct. All right. What is Scotland's capital?
Edinburgh,
Edinburgh.
Edinburgh. It's called
Correct.
Mhm.
How many islands do they have?
790.
Very good.
Yeah.
Correct. The island of Lewis is part of which group of islands? Is it the Western Isles? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Name the loch with the biggest volume of fresh water.
Ness,
Yep.
Thank you. Correct. What is the highest mountain in Scotland?
Nevis,
Very good. Correct. Which is the best month to see the heather on the hills in Scotland?
August,
August.
Very good. And where is Scotland's first national park located?
It's the second one, Loch Lomond.
Okay,
That was a hard one to find on the PDF.
very good. Okay, thank you. And which is Scotland's largest overseas tourism market?
We are.
The USA.
Woohoo.
Is correct. Last one. Name the native breed of cattle in Scotland.
Highland.
Is it not?
Is it Island?
No, Highland.
Highland. There we go. Correct. 10 out of 10, guys.
Hmm,
Woo,
all
woo.
right.
Okay, so Natalie put all the answers in there, guys. Let me know. Make sure you get in, answer them, make sure you pass. Let me know if you need help. So what happens now? You close that out, and now we go into the second one. So this is kind of looks like it may be a little long one. Hopefully we can get through it. If not, we will go ahead and add it to our makeup day. So we're going to go with Scotland close up. Okay, so again, let's get started there. Does anybody need help? Does anybody need us to wait for them? Otherwise, I can start reading and you guys can see the answers located on our chat.
I know where that site's at, but it wouldn't let me in. I had 3 times to register.
All right, yeah, just make sure go into the each course
Yes, ma'am.
and then arrow through next, 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 next.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right, so if you haven't finished this one, finish it while I read on Scotland, and then hopefully you guys can be ready for the second test, okay?
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. All right, so in this section, we'll take a closer look at the close-up. Okay, so seminar introduction. Now is the time, introduction to Scotland. Time to go a little more in depth. By the time you complete this seminar, you'll be able to recognize the differences between Scotland's 2 main cities, Glasgow and Edinburgh. Appreciate the diversity of each of the very different areas of Scotland. Give your clients good advice about where to go, what to see in each of the different areas of Scotland. There you go. Who was it? Never mind, I'll get it. Plan itineraries for
That's hard.
Joanne, that was it. Joanne has her clients going there. Okay, plan itineraries more confidently because you will now have a better logistical understanding of the areas in relationship to each other. All right, Edinburgh and Glasgow. Edinburgh is Scotland's capital city with a population of around 500,000. There are over 40 flights a day from London to Edinburgh and many more from other English airports. So again, these may be a test question. By train, it takes 4.5 hours by train from London, 3.5 from Manchester. By air, 1.5 hours from London and other English hubs. And then Edinburgh Airport is only 20 minutes from the city center by taxi or bus, and 1 hour drive from Glasgow. Okay, so not too far. The city is mainly divided into the medieval Old Town, woo, and the Georgian New Town. Both contain a variety of stunning architecture, which has been beautifully preserved. Edinburgh is also famous for its historical landmarks, attractions, galleries, and museums, including Edinburgh Castle, the Royal Mile, the Palace of Holyrood House, official Scottish residence of the royal family, Scottish National Portrait Gallery, and the National Museum of Scotland. You have the Royal Yacht Britannia, the Scotch Whisky Experience, and the Royal Botanic Gardens. Edinburgh Festival, Fringe, and Military Tattoo are just two of the world-renowned events held in August each year. The University of Edinburgh has the largest international student base in Scotland. You can buy an Edinburgh Pass for your clients, which gives access to over 30 visitor attractions in Edinburgh for as little as $30. I don't know it's not $30. What is that, 30 euro or something? Whatever it is. Pounds,
You're right.
thank you, 30 pounds. Okay, and these are pretty cool, guys. We've got the city passes here in the United States, if you haven't seen them, that you can like get in New York, where it gives you the Statue of Liberty and all different museums and stuff. And California gives you Disneyland, Universal, stuff like that. So they're called city passes. So definitely something to look at, okay? And we do sell them. I think it's in Evo Rewards, Viator, and things to do with Expedia Tap. All right, Scotland's largest city with a population, this is Glasgow. Largest city with a population of over 580,000, famous for its Victorian architecture, lives up to its Gaelic name, Deer Green Place, with more than 90 public parks. Glasgow Airport is a busy international hub with several direct international flights daily. Similar to Edinburgh, Glasgow has frequent daily English and worldwide flight arrivals. 25 minutes by bus or taxi from the city center. Edinburgh and Glasgow has undergone complete rejuvenation in recent years. This is reflected in the city with winning the European City of Culture and European City of Architecture and Design titles. The city also regularly tops polls as the coolest city in the UK. Glasgow's culture and design is expressed in its museums and galleries, including Kelvin Grove Art Gallery and Museum, the Burrell Collection, the Charles Rennie Mackintosh's School of Art. Glasgow University is the second oldest university in Scotland, particularly notable for the schools of the medical and veterinary science, also renowned for business and art. The city also has a variety of cosmopolitan restaurants, bars, and clubs where their clients will be able to sample Glasgow's legendary warmth and hospitality at its best. Okay. All right, Central Scotland, Angus and Dundee. Dundee, a city of the East Coast, is home to Discovery Point, a fascinating attraction illustrating the city's seafaring past and incorporating RRS Discovery, the Dundee-built ship that took Scott to the South Pole. The University of Dundee has international students from 85 countries and was awarded the Queen's Anniversary Prize 2005. Have to drop off. Okay. All right, Tressa, no worries. We have it recorded. Okay. So thank you. And if you need any help, let us know. All right. Has international students, okay, and was awarded the Queen's Anniversary Prize 2005 for work in drug discovery and development. Angus area, famous for its cattle and crops and lovely glens such as Glen Clova and Glen Esk. Argyll, the Isles, Loch Lomond, Stirling and Tresocks. Stretching from Alloa, a small town on the Firth of Forth to Tiree, a beautiful island off the west coast. Includes Loch Lomond and the city of Stirling with its historic castle. The Trossachs, a place of woods, hills, and beautiful lochs, includes Loch Katrine, where your clients can enjoy a short cruise on the SS Sir Walter Scott. Loch Lomond and the Trossachs was the first national park of Scotland. Islay is an island with 8 distilleries and features the Kildalton Cross, a most important early Christian monument. Okay, let me just take a quick look here. So again, these will pop up and then you get more information. Again, something you may want to save onto your folder. Okay, so you see that? So as you click on it, it'll open up for your file. You can click all these ones here and give you more details. All right. Mull, 45 minutes by ferry. Oban, Tobermory, the main town, has brightly painted houses around its harbor. Iona, a place of pilgrimage, lies to the southwest of Mull. St. Columbia landed here in 563 AD, spread Christianity throughout Scotland. Then you have beautiful countryside Lothian, central Scotland, surrounding Edinburgh with many historical houses. Features the Dialect Castle and Gardens, Tantallon Castle, Lennox Love House, Rosslyn Chapel. The 15th century chapel was featured in the novel film Da Vinci Code, and Glenkinchie Distillery. West of Edinburgh is Linlithgow Palace, birthplace of Mary, Queen of Scots, whose son became King James VI of Scotland and one of England, and also the opposing Hopeton House. Okay, Clyde Valley, to the south of Glasgow, offering a different experience to the city. Visit the remarkable restored village of New Lanark, World Heritage Site, founded in 1785, and also the former hunting lodge of the Dukes of Hamilton, Chatelheraght. That's right. Central Scotland, the Kingdom of Fife. The historic, this historic area lies north of the Firth of Forth, rich with pretty villages in the colorful East Newark. St. Andrews is famous for being the home of golf and the Old Course. Its historic town and the first university in Scotland, University of St. Andrews. It is famous for its Faculty of Arts, where Prince William studied. Dunfermline, burial place of King Robert the Bruce, is just north of Edinburgh across the famous Forth Road Bridge. Fast fact, the US is the second largest overseas market behind China for students studying in Scotland. The University of St. Andrews has the largest number of US-based students, okay? Perthshire, the gateway to the Highlands. Perth, an excellent touring base, is surrounded by beautiful countryside. The River Tay makes a good water sports venue. You will learn more about Perthshire's adventure sports in Seminar 4. Crieff, a busy tourist town west of Perth, features nearby famous Grouse Glenturret Distillery, said to be the oldest in Scotland, 1775. Scone Palace, ancient crowning place of Scottish monarchs, and Blair Castle, which has the only private army in Europe. Home of the Duke of Atholl, are among the many historic attractions in the area. All right, Ayrshire and Arran, okay, southern Scotland, the home of Robert Burns and the island known as Scotland in miniature. Ayrshire is connected to Scotland's national poet, Robert Burns, notable around the Robert Burns Birthplace Museum, which includes his cottage birthplace. The Burns Anna That Festival celebrates Scottish life and contemporary culture through music, song, poetry, and art events. The year 2009 marked the 250th anniversary of the birth of the Burns, and celebration were held throughout Scotland. Arran is just 50 minutes by ferry from Ardrisson, and features attractions including a distillery and Broddick Castle and Gardens. Dumfries and Galloway, full of surprises. This is truly undiscovered Scotland. Includes ancient strongholds such as Calaverack Castle, as well as the nature reserves and Logan Botanical Gardens, which contains an array of exotic plant life. Dumfries is a red sandstone town, which also has strong associations with Burns. Nearby 13th century Sweetheart Abbey has a romantic history and a very pretty setting. Kirkcaldy Bright makes a pleasant visit, featuring quaint houses and a pretty little harbor. Then you have the Scottish borders, once a scene of many battles between the English and the Scots, now a beautiful, relaxing area where your clients can truly get away from it all. There are 4 famous border abbeys founded in the reign of David I around 1136 at Dryburgh, Kelso, Melrose, and Jedburgh. Historic houses in the area include Mellerstain, Madderston, Traquair, and also Abbotsford House, the family home of Sir Walter Scott. This is a great pride in the borders craftsmanship and skill in the local textile industry, which specializes in cashmere. And then you have the Highlands and the Islands, featuring some of the most spectacular scenery in Britain with rugged mountains, remote glens, and shimmering lochs. Inverness is the main city situated at the north end of Loch Ness. There are daily flights from London to Inverness. Nearby in the site of the Battle of Culloden and further to the east is Cotter's Castle, which has association with Shakespeare Macbeth. Further north are towns such as Dornoch with its beautiful cathedral, and near the town of Galsby lies enchanting Dunrabin Castle. At the very top of the Scottish mainland, you reach John O'Groats with Grabster lying further west, where ferries leave for Orkney. South of Pulu is, oh my gosh, sorry, Inverara Gardens and the majestic Eileen Donan Castle. Sorry, I'm trying to, my dog keeps barking. I'm going to get him out of here. Okay, one of the most photographed castles in Scotland. And then west of Eileen Donan is Kyle of Lochash and the bridge to the Isle of Skye. And then Aviemore and the Cairngorms are popular for walking, outdoor sports, and wildlife watching. And then you have Skye, one of the largest, most popular Scottish islands. Main town is the small and attractive Portree, a good base to explore the island. On the north of the island is Uig, a small port where ferries leave for the Western Isles. Main attractions on Skye are Talisker Distillery, Dunvegan Castle, Armadale Castle, and Museum of the Isles, and the Aris Experience in Portray, which describes island life from 1700 to the present day. Orkney, green and fertile islands with thriving farms, well known for its cattle and cheese. Orkney has 17 islands, main ones being Mainland, Oy, South Ronaldsay, and Shapinsay. Stromness on the west of the island features stone house clustered around its harbor. Major attractions are the heart of Neolithic Orkney. Your clients could visit Skara Brae, Stone Age settlement. Mize House, hold on, I'm sorry. Can you get Coda? Sorry, guys. Okay. Okay, your clients could visit Skara Brae, Stone Age settlement, Mize Howe, a burial mound, and the Ring of Brodgar, stone circles which are 1,000 years old older than the pyramids. These archaeological remains are one of Scotland's 5 World Heritage Sites. Also of interest is the beautiful Italian chapel, which was built by 550 Italian prisoners of war during World War II. All right, next, Shetland. A group of islands 112 miles north of the Scottish mainland with a proud Viking heritage. Main islands are Mainland, Unst, and Yell. Major attractions are the historical remains from the Stone Age to the time of the Vikings. Shetland belonged to Denmark and Norway for many centuries, and the Viking influence can still be felt. Must visits include Jarlshof, remains of the extensive Stone Age settlement, Mosabrock, a stone-built defensive tower from around 1000 BC, and the medieval Scalloway Castle built in 1600. Main town is Loughrick, built overlooking a busy harbor on the other side of the mainland, is a smaller town of Scalloway. Almost time for the test, guys. Aberdeen is the main city in the northeast Scotland. There are daily flights from London to Aberdeen. Features Marischal College, the second largest granite building in the world. Medieval Aberdeen is well worth a visit, especially St. Mark's Cathedral. Grampian, with its castle trail, includes magnificent properties such as Fife Castle, Leith Hall, and Castle Fraser. Clients can visit distilleries on the Whisky Trail and a sample world-famous malts such as Glenfiddich, Glenlivet, and Cardew. Balmoral Castle near Ballatar is where the royal family spends summer holidays. Further west is the village of Braemar, famous for its gathering Highland Games held annually in September. And then the University of Aberdeen has students from 120 nationalities. A third of postgraduate students are from overseas. And then the Western Isles, also known as the Outer Hebrides, lying west of the Scottish mainland. The Gaelic heartland of Scotland, with signposts written in both English and Gaelic. Main islands are Lewis and Harris, actually one island. North Uist, Benbecula, South Uist, Eriskay, and Barra, popular for scenery, traditional skills such as weaving and archaeological remains. Collinish, a circle of standing stones on Lewis, is one of Scotland's most famous landmarks, about 4,000 years old, older than Stonehenge. Due to the religious beliefs of islanders, public transport and shops may be limited on Sundays. Hotels are open, but some B&B establishments prefer guests not to arrive on a Sunday. All right, seminar overview. Visit Scotland is responsible for marketing Scotland at home and internationally. The main office is in Edinburgh, but there are 14 area network offices throughout the country who can provide more in-depth local information is required. Here are their websites. So again, Joanne, you may want to maybe send them some information so you can get, what the best, castles are, best deals, etc. All right. So let's go ahead and take our second quiz. Let me know when everybody's ready.
Ready.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm ready. All right, let's get going. All right, so start the quiz. What is the name of the palace in Edinburgh with the royal connections? Is that this one? The Holy Rood House?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Correct. In Glasgow, who designed the School of Art? Was it Macintosh?
Yeah, Charles.
Okay, correct. All right, name the ship that took Scott to the South Pole. At the SS
Discovery.
Oh, Discovery, thank you.
Yep.
Correct. Name the World Heritage Site in Clyde Valley. What? The World Heritage Site in Clyde Valley.
New Lanark.
That's what I was thinking. Correct. Which Fife town is famous for its old course? Oof, I don't know this one. The Old Course.
St. Andrews.
Thank you. Correct. Which of the following houses was the home of Sir Walter Scott?
Abbotsford. It
What
was RRR.
Yeah, RR, the RR one, Sandy.
The RR one. Yeah.
I'm somehow or other I missed question 5.
Okay,
What was
what's
the
the
question?
question?
Which Fife town is famous for its old course?
Okay,
St. Andrews.
Andrews.
Thank you.
And I
And-
missed the World Heritage Site in Clyde Valley.
Clyde Valley.
Clyde Valley.
Okay,
Clyde
Lanark.
New
Yeah.
Lanark.
And what was number
What's
6?
number 1?
All
Sorry.
right. All right, no worries. Okay, what's the question?
6 is which of the following houses is the home of Sir Walter Scott?
Abbotsford.
Okay, thank you.
Mhm.
All right, I'm caught up.
And what was number 1?
Okay, what's the question? What's number 1 question?
Did you find it?
What is the name of the palace in Edinburgh with royal connections?
Holly Shore.
The Holyrood House.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, everybody caught up?
Thank you.
Wait,
I
what was
need,
6?
I need 5. Sorry.
Actually, I'm sorry, I need 7 as well.
Okay, 7 we haven't answered yet.
Okay.
No, what was the 6 again?
Okay, you got to ask the question because we don't know, we don't see it.
Oh, which of the following houses was the home of Sir Walter Scott?
Abbotsford.
Okay.
Anybody else? Everybody else caught up?
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
Yes.
All right. Which castle has associations with Macbeth?
Caldor.
Okay, you guys got that? Carter. What is the name of the Stone Age village on Orkney? Ouch.
Scarborough. That one, yeah.
Yay, you guys got that? Everybody good? We have 2 more. Name the Aberdeen structure, which is the 2nd largest granite building in the world.
Marischal College.
Let's check it out.
Yep.
That is correct. And then on which island did Saint Columba arrive in 563 AD?
Iona.
All right, and that's number 10. That is correct. All right, guys, congratulations. Cassie, what is the question?
Wonderful. She got it.
Okay, perfect. All right, everybody good? Congratulations. We're 2 through 40% complete. Yeah. All right, how about getting around? Okay, let's find out about getting around. So Scotland is a small country and traveling within is easy. There are direct air links with British cities and with cities worldwide. There is also an internal air network bringing the islands of the north and west within easy reach. Scotland has an excellent internal network of ferries between islands. Many visitors choose to see Scotland by the roads, which are generally quiet and uncrowded. By the end of this section, you will be able to identify the main points of entry into Scotland by air, demonstrate a good basic knowledge of Scotland's main public transport system, and be aware of the links from England, Ireland, and Europe. Understand about the different road systems in Scotland and advise your clients about driving on them. Advise your clients about touring options in Scotland. All right, so air travel, direct flights. Now you must consider the best way to get your clients to Scotland. There are flights from most countries worldwide into both Glasgow and Edinburgh. There are also regular services to Scotland from all London airports. There are frequent air connections to Glasgow, Edinburgh, Aberdeen, and Inverness, including many budget flights. Carriers include British Airways, Clyde, EasyJet, and Ryanair. More information can be found at Visit Scotland Library, Travel from Overseas. Both Glasgow and Edinburgh airports are located within 25-minute taxi ride of their respective city centers. Air travel within Scotland, there's an excellent internal air network with year-round daily flights connecting the islands to airports on the mainland. These routes are mainly operated by British Airways. Your clients will probably fly, but if they are taking a European vacation, they have the option of a ferry connections from a number of European countries. Alternatively, if your clients are combining a journey to Scotland with Ireland, they can also use sea routes, okay? So you have these operators, their routes and their availability, all right? So Belfast to Troon and Stranraer, Larne to Canran and Troon, okay? So lots of different opportunities. Ferries within Scotland. The main ferry operator to the islands of the west coast in Scotland is Caledonian MacBrayne, generally known as CalMac. Offers various combination tickets such as Island Hopscotch ticket, which will allow your clients to explore the islands on a pre-planned route. The Island Rover ticket will give them complete freedom to travel to their choice of islands within a set time period. CalMac now offers a regular Sunday service to the Western Isles. The main ferry operator to the Orkney and Shetland Islands is Northlink Ferries. Routes run from Aberdeen and Scrapster to Orkney and from Aberdeen to Lerwick in Shetland. There are frequent inter-island ferries run by smaller operators. How about rail? There are two main rail routes from England to Scotland. The East Coast Main Line from London King's Cross to Edinburgh's Waverley takes 4.5 hours with the first ScotRail. Some of those trains continue to Aberdeen, Dundee, and Inverness. An overnight sleeper train is also available on this line from ScotRail. The West Coast Line runs from the London Euston to Glasgow Central. It takes around 5.5 hours, and there's a sleeper service available on this line with Virgin Trains. Brit Trail offers passes which can be used throughout Europe and the UK, including Scotland. Scotland has a rail network extending all the way up to Thurso and Wick, the most northerly stations in the British Isles. Many routes in Scotland run through very scenic countryside, especially the West Coast lines from Glasgow to Oban, and further north to Fort William and Mallaig, often serviced by Jacobite steam train, famously known as the Hogwarts Express in the Harry Potter movies. The rail route from Inverness west to Kyle of Lochels near Skye is also very beautiful. Oban, Mallaig, Olapole, and Kyle of Lochelish are all getaways to the West Coast Islands, and from here your clients can catch ferries or cross the bridge in the case of Kyle of Lochels. How about road travel? So you have buses. There are regular long-distance bus service coaches between key English cities and Scotland. Bus travel is quite inexpensive. The journey time between London and Edinburgh or London and Glasgow is around 8 hours. An express bus service links all the major towns in Scotland, generally provided at peak travel times. The non-express bus service visit towns en route, so journeys can take longer. It's worth checking whether there is an express bus available at the time your client wishes to travel. In rural areas, the services are less frequent. The non-express services, although generally slower, can be an interesting way of seeing the country if your clients aren't in a hurry. In the south of Scotland, there are few rail services, so bus travel is the best public transport option. In rural areas of Scotland, the Royal Mall operates a post bus service, which can include a small number of passengers. This service is invaluable in order to reach remote places otherwise inaccessible to public transport, but the frequency of the service is linked to the mall service, so you should check the times for your more adventurous clients. There are also multi-day tickets you can purchase for the train or bus. See the list of websites at the end of the seminar, and see the list of websites. Oh, okay. They repeated that. All right, tourist and driving. Your clients may also want to hire a car in Scotland. And this is an excellent opportunity for you to upsell, okay? A fly drive option will probably be less expensive than hiring a car on their arrival. The client's own driver's license is accessible in Scotland, but an international driver's permit is a good idea, especially if your clients want to drive in other European countries. British cars have the steering wheel on the right-hand side and we drive on the left. Most UK car rental firms have manual stick shift cars and stock fewer automatic cars. If automatic drive is required, it is best to order this for your clients as early as possible. You can also hire classic cars, motorhomes, and caravans, but again, these should be booked well in advance. Car insurance. Car rental firms will ask your clients for a valid passport and a driver's license. Your clients will normally be required to be aged between 23 and 70 and have held a driver's license for at least a year. Note that your clients will be offered additional waiver insurance when they pick up their car. Visit scotlandtraveltrade.com has a chart containing the driving times, distances between the major cities and towns. And then Britain has an excellent network of super highways known as motorways. Motorways marked with the letter M are mainly 2, sometimes 3 lanes in each direction. The rest of the roads on Scotland's network are either single A roads or narrower B roads. Travel along these roads can be slower, but your clients will see much more of Scotland this way. There are also minor and single track roads which can require slow and careful driving, but are not difficult. Passing places are provided at frequent intervals and your clients must use them to allow oncoming traffic to pass. All right, then you have roundabouts. Approach with care and always give way to the traffic on the right. Tourist routes. Scotland's 12 national tourist routes offer an alternative scenic journey to places of interest and are signposted in brown with a blue and white thistle symbol. Tolls. There are currently no toll roads in Scotland. Speed limit, 70 miles per hour on motorways, 30 miles per hour in built-up areas near housing, in streets with street lighting. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Do you hear my dog? Let me tell him. Sorry. Go out and get the egg from the outside and bring it inside. We have the barking egg, but we have it outside. I apologize, guys. All right, next. Almost done.
You're okay. Wait until you have to get up with a bunch of chickens crowing in the morning.
Oh, no. Thank you. All right, so city sightseeing, stress-free. Like other countries, traffic congestion in cities and large towns can be a problem. So traffic calming measures have been introduced. These measures include pedestrian areas, greenways for public transport to move quicker than private cars, and speed cameras and speed bumps to slow traffic down. In Glasgow and Edinburgh, it is advisable for your clients to go sightseeing on foot and use tour buses, regular buses, and taxis. This will be fun and the local people are helpful and friendly, and the car will add unnecessary stress as parking is not easy. Let someone else do the driving. Your clients could employ a driver guide if they want to do don't want to do the driving themselves. The Scottish Tourist Guide Association trains candidates in all aspects of guiding communication, language, Scottish history, and what to do and see, eventually awarding the title of Blue Badge Guide for Scotland to the trainee. Additionally, they produce a useful list of their qualified guides and driver guides. There are also many private freelance guides and chauffeur drive companies who can provide this service. Your clients could also join an extended coach tour, as many depart from Edinburgh and Glasgow. One-day tours operate to such areas as St. Andrews and Fife Coast, Stirling and Inverness. Cultivating a relationship with the tour operator who sells Scotland packages is an excellent way to increase commissions. Many offer standalone Scotland tours or joint tours with Britain or Ireland. Personalized niche groups are an excellent way of building your business. Why not check if there is St. Andrews or Scottish Clan Society in your area? These groups will be extremely interested in traveling to their ancestral homeland. Other niche group possibilities include churches, quilters, sports teams, schools, art museum enthusiasts, not to mention golfers and whiskey connoisseurs. All right, now you have learned to get the clients over to Scotland and how easy it is for them to tour the country. Here are more websites which will provide further information for you. Commissionable product, Scottish supplies, information about travel to and from and around, public transportation database. Visit Scotland's dedicated trade website, bookingscotland.com, provides a list of commissionable product, including accommodation, transport operators, visitor attractions, tour operators. This site also features itinerary suggestions, among many other themes. Why not ask your clients if they're interested in myths and legends, literature, wildlife, or gardens? All right, so Joanne's on a roll now. We're going to start the test, guys. Everybody ready? Let's go. Which city is the main transatlantic gateway in Scotland? The main gateway.
Glasgow.
Glasgow, that's correct. What ferry operator provides a service to the islands on the west coast of Scotland?
Caledonia McFerry.
Caledonian, okay. Caledonian, correct. Which ferry operator provides a service to Orkney and Shetland Islands?
North Lake.
North Lake, correct. How long is the rail journey from London to Edinburgh on the East Coast Main Line?
4.5.
Very good. Which organization operates the post bus service?
Royal Mail.
Royal Mail, correct. What is the age group your clients will normally have to be to hire a car?
23 to 70.
plus.
23 to 70, very good. Again, thank you, Joanne. From which direction should you give way at the roundabout?
Right.
The right, correct. How many toll roads are there in Scotland?
0.
0. What signifies a qualified guide within the STGM scheme?
Blue badge.
Blue badge, correct. And what is the Scottish website for commissionable Scottish product?
First one.
Very good, yay. Okay, did everybody pass?
Can I ask Sean a quick question? Sean,
Sure.
did you drive while you were there?
I
He's still
did. I
fine.
drove. It's challenging.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, my two are up for adventure, and they're driving from Glasgow up to Inverness, Loch Ness. They're going to Fort William. They're going back down to, Glasgow, and then Edinburgh, and then they're going to train to London, and they're going to do hop on, hop off bus in London. And so they're pretty adventurous, but I just wanted to see what you thought. So,
It's the hardest part is the first 10 minutes. So I recommend they drive in and out of parking lots so they can remember that you pull out to the other lane. So that's when you get over that, it becomes muscle memory.
Awesome, thank you.
All right, perfect.
and I got to
right,
head out. Thank you all so much.
All right, thank you. Okay,
Thank you.
number 4 is 4.5 hours.
Oh. Oh.
Oh, really? All right. Anybody else? Oh, number 6. Number 6 is 23 to 70. All right, Jamie, let me know. I'll read off the answers to you guys or tell me which one you missed. Want to make sure everybody passes before we move on to the history. So number 1 is Glasgow. Number 2, Caledonian. Number 3, North Link. Number 4, 4.5 hours. Number 5, Royal Mail. Number 6, 2370. Number 7, the right. Number 8, 0. Number 9, a blue badge. And number 10 is Visit Scotland Travel Trade. All right, everybody good?
I got an 80 on the first one.
All right, at least you passed, right? That's all we
Yeah.
need.
Okay.
Perfect.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome. Jamie, did you pass? Let's get you there again. I don't want to leave anybody behind, so.
Sorry, I'm almost finished.
No worries. And yeah, my dog's 14 and blind, so anything, that's why he barks so much. And I give him a tramadol every day to kind of, you know, help him. But yeah, and then I have a 2-year-old German Shepherd and 2 pug Chihuahuas that keep him going crazy. So, all right, Jamie, number 9 is Blue Badge. Yes, Amber, after the test, then you get a certificate. So yes, that's what's good about it is, but that's why I tell people, if you have to jump off, get in and finish it so you can print your certificate, post it, let people know, you know, talk about the excitement and stuff. And again, share these different ideas, like they were talking about golfers or people that like history, you know, because again, and everybody, guys, you know, we have our websites and stuff, share, let, you know, and anybody can borrow anything I post on my Facebook page, because again, you want people to watch you and pay attention and, you know, hey, I want a book. No worries, Jamie, let's get you the answers. So again, I would start at the beginning and I'll give you the answers again. So we have here, you know what? Yeah, I'll read it to you. So Glasgow is number 1. Caledonian, number 2. North Link, number 3. 4.5 hours, number 4. The Royal Mail, number 5. Number 6 is 23 to 70. The number 7 is the right. Number 8 is 0. Number 9 is Blue Badge. And then the last one is the Scotland Travel Trade. And let me see if I can copy that for you. No, but it's weird. Okay, so let us know. And again, if you didn't, let me know. Yay, all right, perfect. All right, let's go to history and heritage. 2 more, guys, and then we'll pass. We have the last one that hopefully we can do. If we don't finish, we can finish it tomorrow. So this is history, heritage, and popular attractions, okay? So Scotland's history goes back several thousand years, and the islands of Orkney offer visitors, the greatest concentration and best preserved range of Neolithical sites anywhere in Britain. Thank you, dear. The selection will cover the most important periods in Scotland's history, down to the ages from the Stone and Bronze Age, right up to the reopening of the Scottish Parliament in 1999. Many of the historical events and characters mentioned have attractions associated with them. Scotland's top tourist attraction, Edinburgh Castle, operated by Historic Scotland, has a rich and colorful past and is a wonderful example of how visitors can tap into our history. So this seminar introduction has 6 designated World Heritage Sites. The historic center of Edinburgh's medieval Old Town and the 18th century Georgian New Town, the heart of Neolithical Orkney, the industrial heritage village of New Lanark, the wonderful nature reserve of St. Kilda, the Antoine Wall, which represents the northernmost frontier barrier of the Roman Empire, the Forth Rail Bridge. By the end of the section, you'll be able to identify the most important periods in the Scottish history. You'll also know a little bit about some of the key personalities in Scottish history. You'll also had a brief introduction to some of the main visitor attractions associated with our rich historical past. All right, so Christian early history and Christian beginnings. It is thought that the first settlers arrived in Scotland from Ireland and mainland Europe in the Stone Age, about 5000 BC. From 3000 to 2000 BC, the Bronze Age people settled in Scotland, and even now in the 21st century, evidence of their habitation is still being uncovered. Two of the best preserved and most accessible examples which date from this early period can be found on the main island of Orkney, off the north coast of Scotland. Maes Howe, thought to be the burial chamber, and Skara Brae, the best preserved Stone Age village in Western Europe. The Western Isles has one of the oldest and most unique stone circles to be found anywhere in Britain. Situated on the island of Lewis are the mystical Colonel's standing stones, dating back to 3000 BC. All of the sites mentioned above are operated by Historic Scotland. In 43 AD, the Romans arrived in what is now England, slowly moving northward and arriving in Scotland around 79 AD. Unable to conquer the people in the north, they built the Antonine Wall in the 2nd century AD, which ran between the rivers Forth and Clyde as a defense against the hostile natives. This is now cared for by Historic Scotland. Then you have the Roman occupation of Britain finally came to an end at about 400 AD, but there are many surviving Roman relics which can be visited, including the Historic Scotland operated Black Hill, Roman Campson, Perthshire, and the Roman Bridge and Bathhouse remains in Lanarkshire, all of which are free of charge to explore. Free of charge, guys. The local tribes that Romans encountered in Scotland were Celts, who were given the name the Picts by the Romans. From the 5th century, more Celtic people arrived from Ireland who became known as Scots. Many of the remarkable carved stones from these times survived to the present and can be found in the north and east of Scotland, including the Kirkmadron early Christian stones in Galloway, which Historic Scotland operate and is free of charge. In the 9th century, Vikings invaded Scotland, occupying lands in the northern and western islands and part of the mainland. And today, the islands of Orkney and Shetland boast a wealth of preserved Viking sites. Christianity arrived in Scotland in 397 AD when Saint Ninian founded the settlement of Whithorn in the southwest of the country. Today, you can visit the Whithorn Trust Discovery Center, a privately operated archaeological dig site and visitor center. In 563 AD, St. Columba settled in the island of Iona off the coast of the island of Mull, establishing a settlement and monastery with a small group of followers. All right, Middle Age and Wars of Independence. In the 1070 AD, Malcolm Canmore, King of Scots, married Anglo-Saxon Princess Margaret. Later, Saint Margaret of Scotland. You can visit the little chapel dedicated to her within Edinburgh Castle. The Canmore dynasty ruled Scotland until 1286, when the sudden death of Alexander III caused a constitutional crisis. Edward I of England invaded Scotland in 1296 and gained control of the country, but was met with resistance from William Wallace, the hero of the movie Braveheart. Robert the Bruce, who had become king in 1306, won a spectacular victory against the army of Edward II at the Battle of Bannockburn, a historic battle site operated by the National Trust for Scotland. In 1314 and in 1320, the Declaration of Arbroath was signed affirming Scotland's rights as an independent country. From this document and later the National Covenant signed in 1638 can be traced the words and philosophy of the American Declaration of Independence. For as long as but 100 of us remain alive, never will we on any conditions be brought under English rule. It is in truth not for glory, nor riches, nor honors that we are fighting, but for freedom, for that alone which no honest man gives up, but with life itself. All right. The Stuart monarchy and Mary, Queen of Scots, known as Stuarts of England, was established in 1371 with Robert II, grandson of Robert the Bruce, and continued up to Robert VI of Scotland, who became the first of king of both Scotland and England in 1603, and ended in the death of James VI, great-granddaughter Queen Anne in 1714. The most famous of the Stuart monarchs was Mary, Queen of Scots, born in 1542 at the Palace of Linlithgow, operated by Historic Scotland. Mary's story is one of the most romantic and intriguing of any Scottish monarch. She spent 13 years in France, married the heir to the throne, eventually becoming Queen of France in 1559. Following the death of her husband, she returned to Scotland as queen in 1561 at the age of 19. These were dangerous times as Scotland was undergoing a period of transformation from Catholicism to Protestantism. Mary married Lord Darnley and had a son who was to become James VI. Darnley was killed in mysterious circumstances, and Mary was suspected of being involved in his murder. She later married the Earl of Bothwell, much to the dismay of her supporters, as Bothwell was the main suspect in Darnley's murder. She was eventually captured by her opponents, imprisoned, and forced to abdicate in favor of her son, who she never saw again. She managed to escape captivity in Lochleven Castle, now cared for by Historic Scotland, and fled to England. This was in 1568, just 7 years after she had come home to Scotland. Queen Elizabeth of England, who saw Mary as a rival to her throne, for Mary had a legitimate claim to the throne of England, imprisoned her in several English castles until in 1587, Mary was accused of plotting against Elizabeth and was executed. Wow, that's interesting, huh? All right, the Stuart monarchy and Mary, Queen of Scots. Many of the castles and palaces associated with Mary can still be visited today. I wonder if they're haunted. All right, Palace, Edinburgh, part of state of, okay, so here's the different castles they can visit. Union of the Crowns and the National Covenant. With the execution of Mary, James VI became heir to the English crown. On the death of Elizabeth in 1603, he became King of England, moved with his court to London, taking with him many of the leading Scottish nobles. In 1607, he initiated a scheme which was defeated by the English Parliament to unite the parliaments of England and Scotland. James returned to Scotland only once, and in 1625 was succeeded by his son, Charles I. By this time, Scotland was largely a Presbyterian country, but Charles followed the English Episcopalian form of Protestantism, and there was much a disagreement on how the church should be run and the style of the religious services. Charles' efforts to reform the Church of Scotland led the growing resentment in Scotland, culminating in the signing of the National Covenant of Edinburgh in 1638. This document, while declaring allegiance to the king, asserted the right of the Scots to worship as they wished. The National Covenant is especially interesting for visitors from the United States because of the influence of the Declaration of Independence well over a century later. Of the 56 signatories of the Declaration of Independence, at least 21 were the Scots ancestry, and 2, John Witherspoon and James Wilson, were native Scots. The union of Scottish and English parliaments did not take place until 1707. You have Bonnie Prince, Charlie, and the Jacobites. King Charles II died in 1685, was succeeded by his brother James VII, a Roman Catholic who was forced to flee to France because of an opposition to his religion from the English Parliament. In 1689, the English and later the Scottish Parliament offered the crown to James VII, Protestant's daughter, Mary, and her Protestant husband, William of Orange. In Scotland, there remains support for James, still seen by some of the rightful king and his supporters, known as Jacobites, from the Latin for James Jacobus, were involved in several major rebellions. The Jacobite rebellions of 1689 and 1750 in Scotland were quickly defeated by government forces. 30 years later, Charles Edward Stuart, later known as Bonnie Prince Charlie, grandson of James VII, landed in the west coast of Scotland and raised his flag at Glenfinnan. Features a visitor center operated by the National Trust for Scotland near Fort William. The prince managed to rally support and amassed an army of 15,000 clansmen. They were not paid soldiers, but men who owed allegiance to their clan chief. Charles marched to Edinburgh and took over the city, where he held court at the palace of Holyrood House. From Edinburgh, the army marched south and reached as far as Derby, just 100 miles from London. Bonnie Prince Charlie was later forced to retreat, pursued by a force of British government soldiers led by the son of King George II, the Duke of Cumberland. Do you guys feel like you're in school? On 16th April 1746, the prince's Jacobite army faced the government forces of Culloden Moor near Inverness, now cared for by the National Trust for Scotland, with the new visitor center opening in 2007. Charles was defeated and fled the battlefield, his forces destroyed and his soldiers and their families massacred. Charles was hunted throughout the Highlands, but managed to evade capture, and with the help of loyal supporters, was able to board a French ship to the continent, ending his days in Italy. It says much for the Highland people that even when a reward of £30,000, huge sum in those days, was put on his head, no one betrayed him. Clearances and tracing your roots. For many years after Culloden, the carrying of arms and wearing of tartan was forbidden. Run Shirley finished through. I just got the mail. Yay! Okay, congratulations, Jamie. We'll figure that out. All right, people suspected of becoming Jacobites were hunted down and executed. In the 19th century, landlords evicted Highland tenants from their homes, small farms replacing them with extensive sheep farms. It was not until 1886, in the face of the growing civil disobedience, that the Crofting Act was passed. This gave crofters, tenant farmers with a small piece of land, security of tenure, and brought the clearances to an end. During the 18th and 19th centuries, many hundreds of thousands of Scots emigrated to America, Canada, and New Zealand. Today, millions of people worldwide claim Scots ancestry, and it is clear that genealogy can act as a stimulus for travel. There is a great deal of interest in Scotland, its heritage and culture, with Highland Games, Scottish festivals taking places all over the world, including the USA, Canada, Belgium, Japan, New Zealand, Netherlands, Australia, and you can use this niche to target new clients, either by taking a booth at a Highland Game or presenting to local Scottish groups such as St. Andrew's Societies. For information on how to trace clients' Scottish roots, visit the Ancestral Scotland. This website has been designed to help those already searching for their roots and encourage them to finish their search in Scotland. And then Scotland, for its size, has produced a disproportionate number of inventors, and the period known as the Scottish Enlightenment, 1760 to 1790, when Scotland led Europe in ideas, is widely recognized as extraordinary. The men of the Enlightenment were humane, moderate, curious, rational, and above all, enjoyed conversation in the company of others. Scotland's capital, Edinburgh, was at the center of the Enlightenment period. Chief among the great thinkers of the period was the philosopher David Hume, whose religious skepticism shocked many of the contemporaries. His friend Adam Smith wrote The Wealth of the Nations, which became the cornerstone of modern economics. The Adam family, Father William and his four sons, John, Robert, James, and William, were the most famous architects of their day. Robert is probably the best known, and it was he who created what is known as the Adam style. Did you know these famous inventors are Scottish? John Logal Braid for television, Alexander Graham Bell for the telephone, James Young Simpson, anesthesia, the steam engine, James Watt, penicillin, Alexander Fleming, and then Charles McIntosh, the Macintosh waterproof overcoat. Did you know that? Now you do. All right, and then a classic example of Adam's style of architecture can be seen at the National Trust for Scotland's Georgian House of Edinburgh. Scotland's other world-renowned architects is Charles Rennie Mackintosh. Based in Glasgow, Mackintosh took his inspiration from Scottish tradition and blended them with the flourish of Art Nouveau and the simplicity of Japanese forms. He designed stunning buildings, including the Glasgow School of Art and Hill House. Both of these are included in the Mackintosh Trail ticket, which your clients can purchase in Glasgow. From the end of the 18th and during the 19th century, there was a rapid development when the Industrial Revolution changed the whole of Britain. At this time, the trading links across the Atlantic, mainly tobacco, sugar, and cotton, grew rapidly, which led to Glasgow and the west coast of Scotland becoming a major city. Many Scots traders set up offices in Virginia. Heavy industries such as shipbuilding, coal, iron, and steel, railways, and other engineering work became increasingly important to the Scottish economy. While farming grew less rapidly, Summerley Heritage Park in Lanarkshire encapsulates perfectly Scotland's industrial heritage, operated by the local council. Queen Victoria, who reigned for 64 years from 1837, visited Scotland and was so captivated with what she saw, bought Balmoral Castle near Aberdeen. The present Queen Elizabeth and her family continue the tradition to this day, and each year spend August as part of the summer vacation at Balmoral. All right, almost done. All right, one of the most significant events in Scottish history took place at the close of the 20th century. On 1st July 1999, the Scottish Parliament was reconvened by the Queen. The historic occasion was summed up in the opening address. The Scottish Parliament, adjourned on 18th of March 1707, is hereby reconvened. This devolved Parliament does not mean that Scotland is an independent country. Some powers are retained by the Parliament in London, whilst others are devolved to the Scottish Parliament. Scotland is still very much a part of Britain, and your clients do not need to present their passport at the border between England and Scotland. Her Majesty, Queen Elizabeth, is the head of the state for the whole of the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland. Theresa May is currently the British Prime Minister, and Nicola Sturgeon is the First Minister in the Scottish Parliament. The new Scottish Parliament building in Edinburgh opened its doors on the 9th of October 2004 and has been a very popular attraction. All right, overview. Now ready for your test, guys. You now have a brief look at almost 5,000 years of Scotland's history. Well done. The best way for you and your clients to experience Scotland history close up is to visit an amazing number and variety of castles, places, abbeys, prehistoric sites, and you will find throughout the country. The two main operators of historic visitor attractions in Scotland are Historic Scotland, National Trust for Scotland, and Visit Scotland Travel Trade. List of products offering commission plus Scottish supplier contact info. Okay. All right. Test time. Let's do this. You guys hanging in there? What is Skara Brae? Stone Age Village.
Stone Age Village.
Yeah, correct. Who defeated Edward II of England at the Battle of, okay, Mary needs us to hold on.
I'm gonna hold on.
Hold on. Yeah, again, we don't want to leave anyone behind.
I don't know, my computer like blacked out for a second.
Oh, no.
Oh,
Okay, no
Lord.
worries. We'll wait for you.
Shoot.
Are you guys learning a lot?
Yes.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
pretty interesting, huh? And again, they're kind of fun, you know, because I didn't know a lot of this stuff, and you know, now if anybody asks, you know where to go, right?
Some of this I'm gonna have to go back and retain.
Well, we got it recorded, so don't worry. You can rewatch it.
How do you go back like to the other ones? Because I missed one.
And it didn't
earlier
allow you to move
because I had
forward.
treatment.
I think just go out to the very beginning. I know I want to go there too. Go to the very beginning and then just go click next till you get to the test, and then just make sure you complete the test. Because yeah, you can't keep moving forward till you complete the prior one. So again, if we have the answers to all the tests, if you need help.
Okay.
Okay.
So what was the first one?
It was the
Stone Village.
Stone, yeah, the Stone Villages, yeah. So yeah, if you're falling behind or something, maybe just write it down or take a picture or whatever.
Okay.
Who defeated Edward II of England at the Battle of Bannockburn?
Robert.
Is it Robert Bruce?
Yes.
Correct, Robert Bruce. Where was Mary, Queen of Scots, born in 1542? Where was she born?
That one I didn't get.
Oh, I wrote down the dates, but not where.
Yeah, I didn't get this one.
Let me try this, maybe not. Ah, it's the top one.
First one.
Yay.
Which one is it?
Linlithgow or something.
Linlithgow? Okay.
All right, in which year were the Scottish and English parliaments united?
1707.
Correct. Okay. What is the name of the battlefield where Bonnie Prince Charles was defeated in 1746?
Culloden.
Culloden.
Correct. What is a crofter?
A tenant farmer.
Tenant farmer.
You guys are good. Who wrote The Wealth of the Nations?
Adam
Adam
Smith.
Smith.
Correct. Which castle near Aberdeen did Queen Victoria buy as a holiday home?
Balmoral.
Balmoral. Correct. When was the Scottish Parliament reconvened by the Queen for the first time since 1707?
99.
99.
Correct. Saint Margaret, 11th century Queen of Scotland, has a chapel dedicated to her in which top tourist attraction?
Edinburgh.
Edinburgh Castle.
Correct. All right, did everybody get those?
Edinburgh.
Yes.
It's Edinburgh. All right, guys, almost
No,
done.
I didn't. I totally got stuck in 4. And
No worries. No worries.
I don't
Which
know
one
what-
did you need?
From 4 on. So, in which year were the Scottish and English Parliament united?
Is that 1999?
1707.
1707.
Okay,
Yes.
cool. So, what is the name of the battlefield where Bonnie Prince Charlie was defeated in 1746?
Culloden.
Culloden.
Flodden? Hush it, I'm talking to them. It wasn't, what was
Quiet.
it? Because the Flodden didn't work.
The
There
Laden didn't work?
ULL. CULL.
Oh, okay. And what is crofter?
A
The
tenant
little
farmer.
Farmer with small piece of land.
Oh, okay. Sorry,
Where
I'm
was-
like, I got stuck and I'm like, no.
Where was
Who
Mary
wrote-
Scott born?
The Wealth of Nations.
Adam
Smith.
Smith.
Adam Smith. Which castle near Aberdeen
Edinburgh.
did Queen, what?
Edinburgh Castle.
Which one? There is Codor, Balmoral.
It's Burmall.
Oh. When was the Scottish Parliament reconvened Continent, whatever. I'm sorry, what year?
1999.
Thank you. And the last one, St. Margaret, 11th century Queen of Scotland, has a chapel dedicated to her in which top tourist attraction? Stirling.
Castle.
Which one?
Edinburgh Pass.
Sorry. Awesome. Thank you.
All right. Marcella, did you get your answers? Want to make sure everybody's got their answers and
I think I might have gotten one wrong, but I'm on question 8 right now.
okay. We want to make sure everybody passes.
Did Queen Victoria buy as a holiday home?
Baltimore or something? The
Okay. Oh, Baltimore. Okay. And then when was the Scottish Parliament reconvenced by the Queen for the first time since
1999.
1999.
Okay.
See why it's good to do these together, guys?
Yeah. I keep accidentally pushing cancel instead of close. It's like, it shouldn't be in that area.
Right.
Hey.
Okay, everybody pass? Want to make sure before we move on, we only have 2 more left. One really, and the other one's voluntary. So everybody good? Let's go ahead and move on to experience. Again, congratulations, guys. We're almost done. So I appreciate you guys sticking with us. All right, this one, penultimate seminar, you'll learn about the huge variety of activities and events your clients can enjoy. This is the fun part. You will also learn about the key festivals which Scotland's plays host to every year, many of which have become an integral part of the Scottish culture. By the end of this selection, you're going to be able to identify the range of sporting activities available in Scotland, have an understanding of Scotland's renowned golfing attractions, including major courses and some of the hidden gems. Recognize Visit Scotland's quality assurance symbols for accommodation, visitor attractions, and dining establishment, and make appropriate recommendations to your clients. Identify some of the major events that take place in Scotland annually and explain how they would be of interest to the client. And see the wealth of family attraction and activities available in Scotland. All right, let's get started. So get active in Scotland. Oops, hold on. I got a thing. Sorry, hold on. Let me do this quick. Okay. Paste. There we go. Okay. Scotland has a wide variety of activities available to suit every taste and skill level. Your clients can enjoy everything from a gentle walk in the hills to the extreme sports of cliff jumping and skydiving. Whatever they decide to do, you'll find there is a range of operators in Scotland who can help you plan the perfect itinerary. Here is a selection of what clients can enjoy. Walking. Scotland is a wonderful country for walking and hiking with a wide variety of terrain to suit all abilities. Your clients can escape to wild, unexplored places, enjoy the unspoiled landscape. Long distance hikes, town and village trails, garden paths, and great country estates, short rambles by rivers and lochs. Many are signposted, giving an indication of distance and difficulty, including information for travelers with mobility difficulties. Cycling. This is a very popular activity in Scotland and will allow your clients to see the country at a slower pace than in the car. The islands and the quieter roads of the countryside make for pleasant and safe cycling. Many have been designated as official cycle routes. Many cities and towns have also introduced cycle lanes, and bike hire is available throughout the country. You have fishing. Rivers and lochs and reservoirs in Scotland provide excellent game fishing. The rivers Tweed, Spey, Dundee, and Tay are famous for salmon and trout fishing. Permits are often required to fish these rivers. Snow, water sports. Clients can enjoy skiing, snowboarding, or simply enjoying the view at one of the Scotland's 5 ski centers. They can also enjoy a wide variety of activities on the water, including sailing, windsurfing, canoeing, or gently traveling along a scenic Scottish canal. Visit Scotland operates a number of activities microsites that you will find very useful in planning activity itineraries. See the seminar overview section for more information. Also, bookingscotland.com lists various suppliers who will be able to help you book an activity and break for your clients. Okay, so again, you can go there, open that up, get some information. Again, we want to probably use our own resources so you get your 80% commission. Okay, all right, Green Tourism Business Scheme encourages tourism businesses to be more sustainable, whether there are hotels or guest houses, bed and breakfast, self-catering, event venues, or tourist attractions. Launched in 1997, the GTBS now has over 800 members in Scotland, all of whom are rigorously assessed through an on-site visit and given a bronze, silver, or gold award, depending on their level of achievement. Businesses are assessed by a qualified grading advisor against a set of criteria covering a range of areas, including energy and water efficiency, waste management, biodiversity, community involvement, and more. Businesses undertake sustainable actions as diverse as using low energy light bulbs or corridor lights, which go on when people approach, recycling paper products to make fire briquettes, using local produce on menus, heating with wood-fueled boilers, promoting wildlife walks, and cycle hire in their area. Golf is a huge part of Scottish culture, and there's evidence to show it has been played here since the Middle Ages. It is played by people from all walks of life and is one of our national games. No other country has so many golf courses per head of population, around 555 in total. There are plenty for the visiting golfer to try, from the famous courses on which the Open Championships are played to the hidden gems all over Scotland. It is vital that your clients are sold the right product and their experience in Scotland is of high quality. The golf product isn't straightforward, and it will be useful for you to have useful to you for you to have a good idea of what it is like. An incoming golf tour operator based in Scotland will assist you to come up with interesting and enjoyable golf tours, as well as ideas for non-golfing partners. The Scots team can provide you with contacts. Types of courses. Scottish courses have usually evolved rather than have been manufactured. There are 3 kinds of courses: links courses on sandy soil along a seashore, sandy south seashores on the seashells. Jeez. Okay, where the wind often presents an additional challenge. Upland courses, which are on the hills. And finally, the parkland courses with lush fairways and lots of trees and water hazards. Helpful hint, many of the golf courses throughout the world are twinned with courses in Scotland. Why not contact your local golf course to see if you can target their database with the trip to the spiritual home of golf? We're sure that most of your clients will want to play the real famous courses on their first visit. However, all of these have restrictions due to the pressure of demand. Once again, an incoming golf tour operator will be able to advise you on booking tee times and these courses. Championship courses, these are the courses of which the Open is played and are best known. They include Carnoustie to north of Dundee, Muirfield, 20 minutes east of Edinburgh, Royal Troon, west coast south of Glasgow, St. Andrews, east coast, 1 hour north of Edinburgh, and Turnberry, west coast south of Glasgow. You will also be asked about Glen Eagles, venue for the 2014 Ryder Cup, which, although not an open venue, has 3 excellent 18-hole courses. Advanced booking is almost always essential for all of Scotland's well-known courses. Then you have hidden gems. While your clients will no doubt be asking about the major courses, you'll also tell them about the hidden gems. These are courses popular with the Scottish golfers in their know, but which overseas golfers almost often miss. Here are just a few. Boat of Garton, Highland course near Inverness. Crail, south of St. Andrews, 200 years old. Wow. Goulin, number 1, is the famous golfing area of East Lothian. Royal Aberdeen, 6th oldest golf club in the world. Whichever course your client decides to play, they are guaranteed a memorable vacation in the home of golf. Check out the Trade Center for an extensive list of Scottish golf supplies. And then Visit Scotland operates a number of quality assurance schemes to help visitors make the most of their time in Scotland. We have a number of highly trained inspectors who regularly visit and grade properties according to this strict criteria. And only properties who are current members of the scheme are allowed to display the award symbols. This is a voluntary scheme, but is widely used in Scotland. So accommodations. Visit Scotland grades all types of accommodations from bed and breakfast, guest houses and inns to hotels, lodges, hostels, and self-catering properties. All of the properties featured on the Visit Scotland website have been inspected and graded, as have around 90% of all Scottish accommodation providers. Log on to the www.visitscotland.com for more information. Properties booked through this site will be non-commissionable, but you can either contact the property direct or charge a net rate to your clients. Visitor attractions. Visit Scotland also grades the country's visitor attractions for the standard of customer care they provide. The inspectors focus on such things as the standard of the welcome, hospitality, and service, the attraction presentation, and the standard of toilet, shop, cafe where provided. The wide range of properties visited include castles, museums, historic houses, historic attractions, leisure centers, visitor attractions, activity centers, art venues, tourist shops, and gardens. Again, the extensive list of attractions can be found. I'm on a training. Did he pass?
Yeah, one of them. He has to do one more.
All right, congratulations.
I'll let him know.
All
Can
right.
I borrow some money for nail stuff?
All right, yeah, just transfer it. Love you.
Thanks, bye.
Kids. Her boyfriend just passed one of his real estate licenses, so 3rd time, but at least he passed. Okay, congratulations. All right, let's move on. Quality assurance, food and drink. Scotland has wonderful natural produce. Your clients will enjoy eating in Scotland and will be impressed by the quality and range of cuisine available. Scotland's climate and landscape provide the ideal conditions to produce high quality products such as lamb, venison, grouse, pheasant, and beef. Aberdeen Angus stands out as world-class, providing a top quality product to outlets not only in Scotland, but in many other countries. With the sea of 3 sides, it's not surprising that Scotland has excellent fish and seafood, as well as superb freshwater fish from our rivers and lochs. Look out for the specialties of Loch Fyne kippers and Roth Smokies. There's a surprisingly range of Scottish cheeses, from Denshire Blue and the Isle of Mull cheddar to Crowdy and Cabot. Wow. Scotland also produces some of the finest soft fruit in the world, in particular, raspberries and strawberries. Scotland's dining scene is flourishing. Walk along the main street and you'll be amazed by the choice of cuisines from around the globe. Choose amongst Chinese, Indian, Italian, and many more, or choose contemporary Scottish restaurant, given a modern global twist to good quality local produce served up in the heart of the city. Whichever you choose, you can be sure of a friendly and warm welcome. In 2002, Visit Scotland launched the first grading scheme for food, ensuring customers are informed about the quality of their dining experience. Why not send your clients on a gastronomic tour of Scotland? There are a host of options they can enjoy, from fine culinary experiences to simple home baking. Also, there are cookery schools where your clients can learn how to turn fresh, local Scottish produce into mouth-watering meals. Or why not try a farmhouse stay where your clients can experience Scotland's agricultural heritage firsthand. Events. There's a wide variety of world-class events which take place in Scotland every year. Your clients will be spoiled for choice among the many music, art, and cultural festivals and celebrations. Here's just some of the annual festivals which your clients can enjoy throughout the year. January, Glasgow hosts these exciting, vibrant blend of Celtic music and culture featuring performers from around the world. Up Hellier, Shetland Fire Festival and tribute to the island's Viking heritage. Costume procession culminates in the setting alight of a full-size replica Viking longship. May through September, you have the Highland Games held over in Scotland from May to September, include feats of strength and agility that were practiced in the Highlands from very early times. The games are exciting and friendly, offer a real taste of traditional Scotland to your clients. Glasgow International Jazz Festival taking place in June and July each year, showcasing over 140 concerts featuring hundreds of musicians cover all styles of jazz. August through September, the Edinburgh International Festival, a celebration of high quality dance, theater, opera, and music, largest event of its kind in the world, takes place over 3 weeks between mid-August, early September. The Fringe, an even larger event that takes place in Edinburgh at the same time as the official Edinburgh Festival. It is an explosion of theater, comedy, music, and art that fills up every available venue and then spills onto the streets. Also look out for the Book, Film, Jazz, and Blues Festival, Edinburgh Military Tattoo, an event where many of your clients may ask about, a wonderful display of pipes, drums, tradition, dancing, and music in an open-air event that takes place at the Castle Esplanade. And then World Pipe Band Championship. More than 100 of the best pipe bands in the world attract the crowds as they compete for the title of the World Champion Pipe Band in Glasgow. In October, you have the Mod of Scotland's premier, the Royal National Mod Festival of the Gaelic language, arts, and culture, and is held annually in October at a different location in Scotland. The Mod is a competition-based festival, celebrates the Gaelic language and culture through music, dance, drama, art, and literature. December, you have Hogmanay Festival. Edinburgh now boasts one of the world's largest New Year's festivals, which is known as Hogmanay in Scotland. Lasting for more than a week, the highlights are torchlight processions, street parties, live bands, magnificent fireworks on New Year's Eve. So what's happening in Scotland? Our themed year celebrates the very best of Scotland and its people. You'll find a packed program of events taking place throughout the year, as well as a lot of opportunities to discover sides of Scotland you never knew existed. The Year of Young People, running from January 1st to the 31st, December 2008, celebrate the very best of Scotland with its young people. A program of cultural, educational events and activities co-designed with young people themselves will be held across the country. We'll celebrate Scotland too as the great place for young people to grow up in and mark their important contribution to Scottish society. In 2017, Scotland will celebrate and showcase in its rich history, heritage, and archaeology, from World Heritage sites to ancient monuments, listed buildings to historic battlefields and houses. Cultural traditions to our myths and stories in 2017 will shine a spotlight on our greatest assets and icons, as well as our hidden gems. Scotland boasts an outstanding built natural and cultural heritage, which is major tourism asset. And then an overview, here are different sites, accommodations for courses, tour operators, information for clients traveling with families, including family-friendly accommodations, attractions, cycling routes, walking opportunities, water-based experiences, adventure, adrenaline rush style vacations, and weather conditions. All right, last test for this one, and then we have one more that's a volunteer if you want to do it, okay? All right, let me know if everybody's ready for this last one. Again, I appreciate you guys all staying plugged in with us. Let's get started. Okay. For what activity are the tweed, spade, D, and tay most frequently used?
Fishing.
Fishing, that's correct. Approximately how many golf courses are there in Scotland?
555.
555.
Correct. Where would you find links for the golf courses? Where would
Sandy
you find
soil
links?
along the seashore.
On a sandy soil along the seashore, selling seashells. Which of the following is a championship course?
Royal Troon.
Thank you. Which symbol represents the Visit Scotland Quality Assurance Scheme for accommodation and visitor attractions?
Stars.
Very good. In 2002, Visit Scotland launched the first grading scheme for what?
Public transport, I think.
Public transport? No.
No.
Or is it
okay.
food? Is it food?
I don't think it
It's
was.
food.
It's
Oh,
food.
it's food. Okay.
All right. What is the name of the Viking Fire Festival, which takes place in Shetland each January?
Oop, Harry,
Correct. Which venue hosts the Edinburgh Military Tattoo?
Edinburgh Castle.
Correct. What Scottish city hosts the World Pipe Band Championship?
Glasgow.
Correct. Scotland's world famous New Year's Eve party is known locally as
The Mod.
a Magne.
Thank you.
Yeah, Marcella.
Oh.
All right. So let us know which questions. I
Oh,
pushed
no.
cancel. No worries. Let us know which ones you missed. We'll get back to them. And you should be able to print your certificate. And then we have the optional meetings. Let's see how long this one is.
How
All
do you
right.
print? How do you print the certificate?
You should be able to possibly go to your thing here. Let's see.
Profile.
Homepage. Yeah, it should be
Oh,
like.
it's gonna send an email.
Oh, it's got send an email. Okay, perfect.
It just sent an email, I think.
Okay, perfect.
Let's see if there's something on it. Oh, they can't print your name on the certificate, however.
That's weird. Why not?
Says you successfully completed it, now have the skills to sell Scotland to your clients. Remember, yada, yada, yada. We're on hand if you have any questions. You can now download your agent certificate. Unfortunately, at this stage, we are unable to print your name on the certificate.
Got it. Okay. All right. Well, at least you got it. Be
Well,
creative.
it's not attached. It's not attached. It just says that you have it.
Okay.
But it's
Oh.
not, there isn't anything on there. It says you can download it, but I can't see where you download that.
I found it on there to download, and I'm actually trying to upload it to Canva right now and add my name on it so I can still post it.
So if you go to Scott's homepage and you scroll, it'll say welcome back and then your name. And then scroll all the way down and it'll show Scott's certificate, logo download, or Scott's tours.
Say that one more time.
So the beginning page where we clicked on the course menu with the American flag, it's Scott's agent program and it'll say welcome back and then your name. Scroll down on that page. Trying to see how I got there.
Scott's agent.
Scott's
Do you
agent
have
destination education program? Click that.
Scott's agent?
On question 7, it says, what is the name of the Viking Fire Festival, which takes place in Shetland each January? I got Celtic connections wrong. And so is it common writing up Hela I or Lanimir
Yeah,
celebrations?
I think it's the Halapai thing. I think it was that one.
Yeah, it's the H1.
Yes. Okay. And then which venue hosts the Edinburgh Military Tattoo Palace of Holy Rood House, Princess Street Gardens, Arthur C., or Edinburgh Castle?
I think it's Edinburgh Castle, I think.
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
All right, congratulations, Jamie. Again, that is all the quizzes, except we have this one last one. If anybody wants to stay on board, I'm gonna go ahead and finish it. Sandy says it's very easy, so. I just want to make sure everybody passed this one.
I'm on question. So I'm on question 9. Now it says, which Scottish city hosts the World Pipe Band Championship? Is it Dundee? Or is it
Glasgow.
Glasgow?
Glasgow.
Oh, Glasgow. Okay.
And for a side note, it's amazing. Glasgow, the entire town has like 30 or 40 pipe bands playing at once.
That's cool. Okay, I'm on my last question. Scotland's world famous New Year's Eve party is known locally as, is it Brigadoon?
Hogmanay, that one.
Hogmanay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, Sean, Joanne's back. I was just going to ask, did you fly into Glasgow or Edinburgh?
I actually flew into London and took the train, the
Okay.
4.5 hour train ride.
They're going the other way. So would you imagine that they should fly into Edinburgh, because the train goes from Edinburgh, right, to London?
Yeah,
That 4.5 hour
everything's connected up there. So the train goes from both Glasgow and Edinburgh. You just have a
Okay.
connector, and the flights are the same way. You can fly either way, but I believe you have to fly from one to the other to get down to London.
Oh, shoot.
Well, what they're going to do is fly maybe from Louisville to Glasgow and go all the way around, and then come back, drop off the rental car, and then get on the train and go down to London.
Thanks, Grace.
Yeah, that's very doable. They're only, I think, 50 miles apart. They're Glasgow and Edinburgh. They're right next to each other.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Hey, would you mind if I just put my email in the chat and we chat a little bit after?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, thank you. Sorry, Marnie.
No worries. I'm right here.
Sorry.
So Mary, Grace, right above, put the link for the
much?
certificate,
And yet,
and it's right here.
Okay,
And then you just write your name in here. So maybe somebody here can help you with that. But that's how you do it. You just click that link that she gave us. It's right here. You go here, Scott's Agent Certificate, and click there. You can also download the logo to put on your signature page. Okay. Thank you, Cara. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
All right. So yeah, if you guys want, we can just click through this other one real quick and just answer the questions and be done if you want. And you can read them on your own. It's regarding conventions and stuff. So we'll just pop through the hospitality and business. Lots of great information, major facilities.
like they're mean as hell to me.
Sandy already took it, so she'll give us the answers. Seamless combination, old world charm. Again, if you want to send people there for conventions, go here, pull down all that information. You'll be able to help them out in inspiring environment for meetings, a bus ride like no other, Glasgow, experiencing mixing business with culture, seaplane service available. Again, lots of great information to set up conventions for your clients, especially if you are a business corporate travel agent. All right, let's take this final test. You guys can get on your way. It's been a long day, so I appreciate you guys joining me. Step 1, the urban destination has been the number of visitor beds within the city grow over 40% in the last 6 years. All right, Sandy, you said that this was pretty easy and you got it with no thing. So which one is it?
I do believe I put Glasgow.
Glasgow. Okay, number 1 is Glasgow. Edinburgh is an attractive conference local for which reason? All of the above. Correct. Which of the following is not located in Aberdeen?
International Airport.
Thank you.
Oh, wait, what?
Scottish, 5-star restaurants, major chain and local meeting venue.
Hold on, let me look that up because I could have sworn that was international. Hold on. I could have sworn it was international.
No, that sounds right, because we're talking about conference centers, about 5-star restaurants. So you'd think that 5-star restaurants, if they're their local meeting, they probably want to go to a nice restaurant, right?
I think maybe try that one. Status Expedition Center. Okay.
Yep.
Sorry about
Status-
that.
That's okay. All right.
Sorry, which one was it?
What is it?
True. Which one was it?
Number 3 was the Scottish expedition. Many of Scotland's, okay, venues are equipped with state-of-the-art technology. True. Some of Scotland's main incentive options include all of the above.
True.
Venues provide true. 6 out of 6, yay! So we completed all of it, guys. Again, I appreciate all your guys' time. Congratulations. Again, if you need help downloading your certificate, the link is right up here. It was shared. Where is it?
That link didn't work for me. Where did you guys get it so I can copy it directly?
I don't know, but it goes into, it's right here under your Scott's Agent Destination Program. So you should be able to click on the core, instead of course menu, profile, marketing. I wonder if under profile you can print it. No, that's just your profile. So click here on your main page.
I went to, at the, back up to the
right
top. Right there, Scott's Agent. Right next to homepage, underneath on the next line down, Scott's Agent, right there. Well, that's where I clicked.
Yeah, so you can click here. Oops. We go here to Scott's Agent. All right, so we're at the Scott's Agent, and then where do you go from here?
Well, that wasn't where mine on the course menu, from the course menu, I clicked on Scott's Agent.
All right, maybe if you go to the main page.
Yeah, you need to be back where that course menu where you go to each course.
And here's more things, Outlander filming locations. So trip ideas, go in here and check these out, find certain travel deals. 11 bases, 10 reasons why you should visit Scotland. So make sure you go through and check all these out, guys. Get a newsletter, sign up for the newsletter. Scotland is calling you, okay? And so here, where do we go?
Sandy found it.
Okay. You just have to play around. Sometimes they email them to us. The toolkit, e-down brochures and stuff, and travel guides. Again, take advantage of those. Okay, what to see, what to do. You can download these things. Okay. All right, so again, congratulations, everybody. Thank you for joining us. Tomorrow we are completing the final exam for Royal Caribbean. So if you haven't done that, get in and finish, get caught up, because we're going to be doing the final exam. Yeah, put your name on it. If you want, ask somebody that does like Canva, they can do it. Yeah, I don't know how either. Christina's really good at stuff like that, but yeah, I would check around with somebody or just print it out and write your name on there. All right, so on Tuesday, we are doing France. Okay, so join us Tuesday. We're learning about France. On Friday, we're learning about Amsterdam. On
Are those the
Saturday,
same times? Are those the same times each day?
on Tuesdays and Fridays, it's at noon, and on Saturdays and Sundays, we're doing them at 9 a.m. Tomorrow, though, for Royal, we're doing it at 8 a.m. So you'll have a new schedule. I posted it today for where's my thing? For them to do a flyer for us. So I do have it right here.
How does that typically come to us?
It's usually, you should be getting it. Whose team are you on?
Social.
Okay, so Rising Tide, it'll be under their training tab.
Okay.
It'll be a flyer. These are all the ones that we're doing next month. Okay, so it should be on a flyer. I post it in the incentive voucher group. I post it in our Telegram chats. I post it in Rising Tide. So usually you'll get the month in advance to be able to plan it. Again, on Facebook, in our team groups. Go back here, I think. I post it like this. I'll post and say, okay, guys, this training's going on today. And right here, Scotland. Okay, so I'll post for Sunday tomorrow. But again, they're located also, all of them are located at the beginning of the month under like media. Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And then you should get a daily list also, like tomorrow's Sunday. So here's Sunday's flyer.
Great.
All right. Okay. And Jesse said the print screen is right above, a couple keys above the delete key. All right, guys. So again, congratulations. Welcome. Glad, you guys could stay along with us, and I appreciate you joining us. It was a long one today, but we got it through, so congratulations. Some are half hours, some are 3 hours, some are 10 hours. Okay, so you never know, but again, that's why we record them. I will post this, and again, I appreciate you guys. Sorry for the technical difficulty due to my kitty, but we got it taken care of. So all right,
Marnie,
Thank you.
do you want me to show you in less than 2 minutes how to do it on Canva?
sure, go ahead. I'll
right, let's
share
share.
I'm gonna I'm gonna give you host or share
Okay.
screen. Let me see, hold on. Is that Joanne?
Uh-huh.
All right, so I'm gonna go ahead, go down here to Joanne. I'm gonna make you a co-host, and then I'm gonna stop my share. All right, it's all yours. Go ahead and show everybody how to do it.
All right, so you just go to Canva, easy peasy. You pull your certificate in by upload. So right here, this button right here that says upload, and you're gonna go to upload media. So wherever you saved your certificate, just go to that and hit open. And then, so it's gonna look like, hold on, let me, I'll delete that, hold on. Oh, sorry. Okay, so you just pull your certificate in like that, and you just stretch it. And then you go to text, and any of these texts that you like, and of course you can change the text as well, but let's just choose rodeo. Oh, I can't use that one because it's free. The Canva version that I have is free. So if you see a little crown beside it, you can't use the ones because I'm cheap and I use free. I'm frugal is what I say. My kids say cheap. But anyway, so then you, whichever one you like, you just grab the box, stretch it out, put your name in here. See that? Let me know if I need to stop or show anything else. And then if you have the paid version, you can download it. If you don't, just do print screen. And so you just grab it with your print screen like that, and then just save it, and then you can post it.
Yay, so now
show
she's gonna
anything
do
else?
them for all of us, right?
I was gonna say, it's simple. I sure could. Hold on. Let me put Marty in there.
No.
All right, Hernandez.
Look how good she is.
You like that font? You want something
Yeah,
else?
nope, that's fine.
You
I'm
like
not
it? Okay.
choosy.
I'll make
Thank
it.
you.
I'll make it a little bigger. I might even bold it. There we go. All right, so I'm gonna print screen, and I'm gonna grab this.
Yay.
All right.
How did you guys get the certificate? I can't even figure it out yet.
Marty, you want to show her back
Yeah,
how you get to that?
Let me get back over here. So stop sharing. Let me get back over here. So the certificate is, let me down, put here. You'll go to up here, course menu, I think it is. Do you see my screen?
Yes.
All right. Hold on, let me get back to it. All right. So you'll go to up here, destination program. So you'll double click there, and then go down here and it says Scott's agent certification.
Got it. Thank you. I could
You're
not
welcome.
get that window.
No worries. And then marketing materials, you can click here. It'll open up planners. Maybe you can get them mailed to you. Maybe they'll, download them. So again, always, anytime you get into a vendor, take advantage of their free marketing materials and stuff, guys. Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Toolkits, itineraries, multimedia. Again, just play around anytime, itineraries, sample itineraries, e-brochures, and download guides. Did you see that? So again, get ideas, responsible child, coastal, outdoors and activities, history, unique. What about haunted tours? I want haunted tours.
Oh.
All right, so unique itineraries. So again, get a lot of different ideas and just post them. Hey guys, I just certified myself. I can do any of these for you. Let me know who's interested. Sorry, got the hiccups.
Who else needs a cert?
Anybody else? Thank you.
Welcome. Did you get it on your email?
Gosh.
I'll take you some water. Oh, that's so hard.
Long day. Okay. All right, guys. Yeah, I'm sure I'll get it. Sorry.
I sent it to the Marty.evolution one. That one.
Great. Thank you. All right. So again, hopefully we'll see you tomorrow on the Royal Caribbean. We have, I think, the games left to play, and then we're doing the final exam. So hopefully we'll see you there. If not, we'll see you on Tuesday for France. We'll be getting that new schedule out to you. I'm also doing a corporate team building training on Monday if you want to join us for that. And then New York and Amsterdam, and then I will be gone for a week, and Christine will follow up, and again, we will have them all recorded. So hopefully we'll see you guys on there, and thank you again. Thank you everybody for helping out. I appreciate it, and I hope you have an amazing weekend, and I'll see some of you tomorrow. Okay.
All right. Hey, would you mind to check your step approval thingy?
Yeah, just send me a message. You mean to to
Yeah,
approve someone?
I did early this morning and she's waited today, so.
You sent it to me? Or
The
did you
Beach
send?
Beach
Oh,
Boss's admin.
Yeah,
one.
that, each person has a different day to do it. So today, mine's only on Tuesdays. But if you send me a direct thing, you know,
Go check.
for like a rush or whatever, I can do it.
To
But
the evolution one or?
no, just, I would send it on Messenger and just say, you know, I requested this, can you rush it for me? But don't double do it, okay? So because then they get mad that, you know, who's ever doing it that day, they're like, well, why, who did this? You know, I'm supposed to do it, you know, so, but yeah, I usually do them on Tuesdays, unless it's like a rush one, okay?
Well, and this is not a rush. It just, I sent it this morning and I still haven't heard anything all day. That's what I'm saying.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Send me the thing and I'll go look at it.
Thank you, sweetie. I really appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Y'all have a great day.
All right. You too. Thanks, guys. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.